Welcome to Sugar and Ink, a podcast about living the plus side of life.
Hi, I'm Sugar from Sugarcoat It.
And I'm Samara from Blonde Ink.
And you're listening to the Sugar and Ink Podcast. Welcome back. We've got 2 up in a row, and I think that's a new record for us.
I 100% think that's a record. Don't get too excited. Don't expect one next week. We'll probably fall off.
Let's face it. This could be the end of season 3. Thanks for being here. But if you're on YouTube, you'll notice, hopefully, that we've incorporated some visuals this time. So you'll be looking at us perhaps for the first time. So I'm this one, and that one's Samara. I don't know where I'm going to put you yet.
Blonde Ink.
Oh, nailed it.
Matches, yep.
My hair's still wet from where I washed it, but I thought I'd better put it up so I look like presentable.
Yes, surprise, it's 1,000,000 degrees where you are again. I feel like every time we do this, you're 1,000,000 degrees and I'm usually in the middle of winter.
Yeah, Brittany said to me today, did you record that last episode a little while ago? Because you're talking about winter. I'm like, yeah, we recorded it in winter and released it in February the next year.
Yeah, we're really good.
I know. We're like podcast rock stars. But yeah, So basically today we decided we'd have a bit of fun with it and talk to you guys about what we've been watching. So Netflix, Stan, TV, YouTube, all the things. So to celebrate us having our faces in this thing, we're going to talk about what we're watching.
Yes, and one thing I'm definitely not watching that everyone is obsessed with, maths.
Oh,
Married at First Sight.
I had never watched an episode. I just catch up with the goss on social media. And then I went to a friend's house the other day and they were watching on 9Play or 9Go or whatever it is. And saw a whole bunch of episodes, and I just feel bad for people.
It's really, really bad TV. Like, it's purposefully hurtful.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
It's nasty, and people are nasty on it, and there's and I mean, no one's married, let's face it. Yeah. We know no one is legally married, and the whole idea is they're going to come out with these relationships. But everyone's so mean to each other. They cheat on each other. There was that guy I did watch that episode because I was at the coast and we didn't have Netflix. We only had free to air TV.
Yeah.
And there was this nice guy who was like, I just, girls are so judgmental and I'm on the online dating and everyone is like really superficial. And then he meets the girl and he's superficial. He's like, he sees her and he goes, like he turns around and he's like, fuck or shit or something like that. And it's like the worst reaction I've ever seen. And he's super judgmental the whole way.
So terrible.
It's awful. And her interviews, I've seen articles, her interviews since then with like Jackie O and Kyle, where she's like, yeah, he was probably hoping for a really slim, brunette with big boobs. And that's not what he got. So who's really judgmental? So mean.
Oh, yeah, see, that whole premise freaks me out because I'm just like, yeah, no. No.
It's nasty. Anyway, we're not watching that.
Just no.
So what are you watching? Because we're not watching that.
Well, other than like shitloads of YouTube, the other day I came across the new David Letterman show. So it's called Thinking Face. I was just talking about it before.
My next guest needs no introduction or something?
That's it. My next guest requires no introduction. And obviously the first interview there, the one that grabbed my attention was former President Barack Obama, which, oh my God, please come back. Even as an Australian, seriously. I'm like...
Yeah, come be our Prime Minister.
How did this happen? And then the second guest, because there's only 2 shows out as of now, was George Clooney. But you also got to meet his family and his wife and young student sort of refugee that his family have sponsored to be here, and obviously his wife, being the superstar she is, would have had some hand in helping to bring him over. So, yeah, it was really interesting. Oh my God, Obama is so cute. He's so fun.
The best. He's the best. Have you seen his documentary? Is it like the last year or whatever? It's like his final year in administration, and it looks amazing.
I think it's called The Final Year, actually.
The Final Year, yeah.
Yeah, because I only came across it today or yesterday, so no, I haven't seen it, but I've definitely got it flagged to watch later. Because, I just find that really interesting. Even though I'm not that into politicians, I'm interested by seeing what happens behind the scenes and all that sort of stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, particularly I think the premise of some of the shorts was like, what can they get in before he loses his seat? Like, I think it was Obamacare and stuff.
I guess a lot of that stuff happened in the last year.
Yeah.
That lot of good that did. Trump made a mess of everything. Fuck it.
Trump sucks, and we can say that.
We can, because hopefully there's no Russian trolls here. Can't wait to get the comments that are like, we're owned by the right-wing media or whatever. No, left-wing. I don't even know which wing.
Fake news. Fake news.
Mate, you can guarantee whatever I've got is fake news, okay? So just keep on going.
He's the worst.
The worst. Oh my God. I can't even talk about that. Oh, it's Kelvy. Husband type person. Oh. It's not like...
Answer it. Yeah,
no. As usual, it'll be like I'm coming home now. Have we cooked anything for dinner, or should I pick up takeout?
You're that guy in the cinema and the mobile goes off.
Yeah. I had it on silent earlier, but then I had an electrician, and anyway, it happened. Get on board. So, moving on.
Mario noises.
I know. How good is it? I'll probably have to get a copyright strike on YouTube now because that happened. Was that more than 30 seconds? No.
Nah, can't have been. No way.
Crop it out. Yeah. Anyway, so since I'd love to talk more about this Letterman show because it was really great, but I can't talk about Trump anymore. So what have you been watching?
I've been watching lots because Jake and I do not watch the same stuff often. So I kind of, when he's not at home, I get to kind of watch my stuff, which is Grey's Anatomy, which I started from the beginning, and I'm now up to season 11. No spoilers because I know not everyone's up to date.
There's 11.
So I won't reveal the major character who dies. Go and watch it.
Ooh. There's 11 seasons though?
Major. No, there's like 14. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. And when you go back to the beginning, you're like, holy shit, this is old because it's, the quality, it's not HD and they look super young and the fashion is very kind of 14 years ago.
I look like I'm frozen on the screen because I'm just like, what?
It's so old. It's so old. I'm trying to think like how old I was when I started watching it. It's ridiculous.
Well, I've been married for that long. If it's a season a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been around as long as Kelvy.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive for a TV show. Yeah. It's really, and it's still huge in the US. Well, yay, because that means they'll keep making it.
I saw an article where the lady who plays Meredith had just renegotiated her pay rate. Something about that, and it's something like 20 million an episode or something. Don't quote me. I'll find the article and I'll link to it. But yeah, and she was talking about how obviously this is a super successful show and she's the central character. I guess she still is 14 years later. Is she still central?
Yeah, she still is.
She's the Grey of Grey's Anatomy. And about how she was fighting to be paid what she's worth, and obviously to us 20 million an episode is like, wow, that's a lot of money, but obviously in Hollywood terms it's about making sure that she's paid what she's worth.
Yeah, an equivalent of what male. They don't even
Yeah.
get called men anymore, just male.
Just dudes.
What men in the industry get paid in her job. Because I think Charlie Sheen was on something ridiculous and Ashton Kutcher for 2.5 Men. Like, they broke the record, I think,
before
per
it went
episode.
to shit.
Yeah.
Good old Charlie.
Good old Charlie. Tiger blood.
Yeah. We still have It's Winning that came from that, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
Hashtag winning.
You got to thank him for that. That was the best.
Yeah, that's like pop culture now, winning.
Yeah. So he's crazy, but we got winning out of it, so that's a win.
And the other thing, so Jake and I try and find something we can watch together.
Yeah.
Which is very hard. So there are 2 things we're watching at the moment. One is Sons of Anarchy, because that's like done and dusted. So we're kind of like, I've never seen it, and I'm into it. I'm into Charlie Hunnam. He's pretty nice. He's a bit naked most of the time. It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm okay with it.
We should encourage him to embrace his body.
And now all of a sudden, you know how people are like, Facebook's listening to what I'm watching? All these like Charlie Hunnam things are popping up, because I did Google him, of course. I was like, Google Charlie Hunnam, maybe shirtless.
Yeah, it was shirtless. You can tell us.
It was definitely shirtless.
It's fine.
So now he's like popping up everywhere, and I'm not hating it.
He's in all your search results. Did you know that he has this entire back catalogue of work? You can download it all here.
It's so nice. And then we're
funny.
watching a show on Viceland called Hate Thy Neighbor, which is like a little documentary series with this comedian called Jamali, where he kind of goes to these supremacist groups. And we're in the 2nd season, so it's all kind of based around America, like white supremacists. There's the crazies that are into the Civil War flag, that the
Confederate flag.
Confederate flag, that's it. And how they
we're done for. Hey, you just called Confederates like crazies. Yeah,
I did.
We're done for. We're done for. Say bye.
Sorry. They find the one African American dude who's like for the Confederate flag. So this group have like, we've got this African American dude, so it's okay. Like, he said it's okay, so we're okay. Guys, we're okay.
We checked with old mate. He's fine. He says he's fine. I have that one black friend.
Everyone of colour. We're good. We're good. So there's some really, really funny ones.
Husband?
Whoops. No, it's a number I don't know, and it's saying Belgium.
Oh, you're getting spam called.
I'm getting spam calls. They're probably going to tell me I won the lotto. I can't.
That's the best, though, because now you're the person at the cinema who hears the other person's phone go off and doesn't check their own.
We're the worst.
Yeah.
So bad. Oh my God, it's on silent now. It's because I was waiting for a text from you, so I was like, I'll turn it up really loud so I can hear it. Yeah, I'm blaming you.
And I'm blaming the electrician because we had to reschedule because old mate took 100 years to install my new PowerPoints. But I have new PowerPoints. That's exciting.
Put power everywhere. I can't believe that happened.
It was pretty good. I was like, that's the best.
Within like 7 minutes of each other.
Something like that. It'll depend what I cut it back to.
One after the other.
Yeah, just be like, oh, you're that person. And then it goes off the other side. No, with Viceland though, where do you watch them? Do you watch it on YouTube, or is it also on somewhere else?
I feel like I can't answer that.
Oh, you pirated it? I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube.
They probably are.
Yeah,
I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, Viceland is. I don't know if that show is. I'm whipping out the phone.
Yeah, I feel like find out before I incriminate myself.
Yeah, because I've been watching Viceland, but I've been watching like a cooking show with Maddie Matheson.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, that guy is hilarious. He is so funny. He's the sweariest person I've ever seen on the internet. I'll insert
I
a little
love
clip
his
in
name.
here so you can hear him.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matty Matheson. We're in the majestic Newfoundland and Kitty Vitty Village. There's boats, fucking waterfalls, there's mountains, there's fish everywhere. They're jumping out of the water. There's one right now. No, we're gonna check that out later. Psych. This is Keep It Canada. Check me out. I'm in Newfoundland.
Sharing food is like the most friendliest thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
Next to sex is like the most intimate thing that we have.
It's all we have because I don't want to fuck you.
Oh my god, he goes off his tree all the time and he's like, yeah, I'm Matty Matheson and this is Keep It Canada. Go fuck yourself. And you're just like, okay.
Like next level Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, in a different way to Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay sort of swears and, swears at people, whereas this guy, it's just part of his vocab.
All right, he's not rude.
Yeah.
He's not Gordon Ramsay just throwing F-bombs at everyone. Actually, the greatest thing I've ever seen is a video on Facebook of Gordon Ramsay talking to adults, then Gordon Ramsay talking to children, and the difference. Like, the adults, he's like, F you, F you, F you, F you.
Yeah.
Kids, he's like, you know who my favourite cook is? You are my favourite cook.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what? There's 12 eggs in that carton for a reason. Yeah. So you can try again. Yes, Hate Thy Neighbor is definitely on YouTube.
That's where I watched it.
So, yeah, you can go to Viceland, get the tracks.
Yeah, it's really good show. Highly recommend.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Looks good.
The comedian's really funny, and he does like his skit, like his little stand-up show, explaining the episode.
Yeah.
So you'll see, like, you know, parts of what he's filmed, and then he'll have a little bit of his comedy show, and it makes it really funny because he doesn't tell them how he feels.
Yeah.
But then you have his live show where he kind of says, oh, and then this guy Bob, like, I really kind of wanted to like him, but I didn't. I hated him.
I thought he was gross.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, well, that's good. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I definitely subscribe to Munchies, and they do a bit of Viceland stuff. So I don't know whether they'll have their own channel, but I'm going to go check it out.
Do it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Look at us.
And
all the things.
Yeah. All the things. And
All the things.
Another one, I'm just going to add it in because I just thought of it. Catfish.
Oh, see, I love Max.
I love Max.
He's so gorgeous.
I feel like he's broken now, though. Every time the story comes up and he's like, come on. Come on. You think that come on.
Come on.
So broken. Yeah. And then there's Neve's little face where he's like, I think it's real. I think it's love. Like, this is amazing.
No. Well, see, I actually came across Max on Casey Neistat's YouTube channel. So
Cool.
I subscribe to him on YouTube, and he does some great little short videos that are, like, really fucking cool. And he used to edit a few of Casey's. I don't know if he does his own thing now or what. But, yeah, and he is just adorable. I just think he's so cute. Super cute.
I love him.
But, yeah, cheetahs, is that what it's called? Is that what you said?
No, catfish.
Catfish. Oh, yeah, cheetahs is a whole different thing, isn't it?
I'm like, cheetahs? That's like redneck.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
Yeah, well, see, I've never seen a catfish episode. That was my point.
It's really...
I follow him on YouTube, but I've never seen a catfish episode.
Did you ever see the documentary? Because it started with the documentary about Neve.
No.
Yeah, the documentary is good. I watched that when it first came out.
So
And
Neve got catfished.
Yeah, he got catfished. It all starts with the doco, which his brother is filming, and it's like Neve has this relationship with this girl and her sister and her mum online, and then they start figuring out that the stuff that she's telling him is a lie. Like, she's like, oh, I just recorded this song, and then he listens to it and he's like, oh, she's so amazing, and then they're like, let's just Google that song, and they Google it, and it's the first song that comes up by someone completely different. So they start to kind of figure it out, and then they find where she lives, and then, yeah, they kind of discover who it actually is. But it's still like the TV show where they're super respectful of the person, and, like, they're not mad. Like, I'm sure internally he's probably furious because he was in love.
Yeah.
But they ask all these questions about, and they try to figure out why she's doing it. And it's like most of the time it's because people have these horrible, though they think is a horrible life.
Yeah.
You know, they have low self-esteem, or they're dealing with, like this woman had 2 severely disabled children, and she kind of had this life she didn't want, so she created the life she wanted online. It was so sad, but they were so respectful the whole way. And that's mostly what they're like on the TV show, apart from the couple of crazies where they're just like really blunt, like, what?
Like, how did you fall for this shit? Like,
yeah, there's a couple of crazies in there where people are just doing it to be nasty. Like, they know the person they're catfishing. Aww. And then there are other ones where it's, you know, someone like, I don't like the way I look, so I use these photos. And yeah, there's been a couple though where the people have met, and even though it's not the same person, they still love each other.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could get past that.
Oh, they're like the lying? Yeah.
Yeah. The total bullshit.
Yeah, the lying, it would be the hardest bit. But some of them, they're like, no, I fell in love with the person, and the only thing they lied about was their photo, and yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's hard, though, like, cause, yeah. But it's really, really good. It's addictive.
That's so
Jake's
funny.
Like, I love it when they're crazy. I'm like, I love it when it's love.
I love it when they're crazy. Yeah. Give me more. Yeah.
If it's sad or like lovey, he's like, this is shit. When's the next episode? I need some crazy.
Ditch it. I want to watch one where Maxie is like tearing this guy to shreds.
Love. He's so blunt. It's so good. Like, you can pick it as soon as he's pissed off. His face says it all. He's so good.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, so that's what I'm obsessed with. Catfish.
That's some good shows. I've been watching a few documentaries on Netflix. I love to, and I love all the biopic movies and stuff like that. Any of that style of movie genre thing, I'm in there 100%. Like, I watched the other day The Zookeeper's Wife.
Oh, is it good? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I'm pretty biased because I love her. I just think
she's so good.
The best. Yeah, she's such a like hard ass, and I just love that about her. But yeah, it was really good, and yeah, but it's confronting because obviously it's pretty hard not to be confronting when you're recounting those kind of story details. And like I said to Kel, because it's shot kind of upbeat in the sense that, especially in the trailer, it all looks very light and bright and zoo-y. And
yeah, like kind of magical because it's this zoo that she...
Yeah. It definitely doesn't stay there. It gets sort of gritty and dirty and obviously, you know, it follows along and it's just sort of... Yeah, it was really good. But I love that genre and I love her, so I'm completely biased. But yeah, stuff like that I really enjoy. I love watching anything based on a true story or an actual documentary. I'm like obsessed with that.
Yeah. Netflix have some great docos, even their own, like Amanda Knox. I really, really enjoyed that.
Oh, what's that one?
Amanda Knox, the American who was in Italy and her housemate was murdered and they thought she did it, but they proved this other guy did it. But America had her like, no, it wasn't America. It was the police guy investigating. It was like, nah, she did it. It was like this lover's triangle and they killed her. When I was over there on a Kentucky tour and it was all over the media, Amanda Knox. And, just how, because of the media, she was portrayed a certain way. And she did go to jail. Her boyfriend at the time, they went to jail. And then they had to appeal it. It was all like trial by media. It was really insane. It shouldn't have got
one on that documentary on that.
Yeah, I think it's just called Amanda Knox. It's a really good one.
Getting my pen.
Write it down.
I've got a half-yearly rates notice to write that on.
Why aren't you putting it in your phone, girl? What's that about?
Because my phone has been sin-binned, mostly. And I don't know, I like to write things down, and all my notepads are piled under too much stuff, because I had to clear some space to make this happen. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
I had to make my bloody bed. Like,
Yeah.
painful. Hasn't been made in like a month.
I know. This is so much harder than recording a podcast, because that's the other thing too. I keep thinking, I should text Kelvy, but then I'd be here like this.
You're like, yeah. Mm-hmm,
Whereas, yeah, when you're recording just the voice, it's like, you can do that if you want. And even drinking, I almost forgot how to swallow, because I was like, it's in my mouth. What do I do with it now? Ooh,
Just hold on to it.
that's awkward.
So is there anything on your must-watch list from Netflix?
I have a pretty big watch list of stuff that's kind of backlogged. I still have 2 seasons of Orange is the New Black to watch. Full season, the new season of Black Mirror, I haven't got to it yet, and I freaking love that show, so I feel like I'm trying to save it for a special occasion, which is basically just like a whole day that I have to watch it. But I love all the sports documentaries as well. So I watched, what did I watch? Again, because I've seen pretty much all of them. I watched the Barclay Marathons, which is about this crazy like endurance marathon thing. And it's out in the bush, and it goes like the runners basically orienteering. Yeah, anyway, they have to map basically their own course or mark their own map, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy and it's insane. I can't even explain it, but I love it, and I've watched it like 4 different times this year, maybe. No.
Sounds like my worst fucking nightmare.
I know.
Jesus, like you just described what I'm terrified. Like I'm terrified that's how I'm gonna die. Orienteering to death.
Yeah, because that's the thing is when they start when they check in for the race, they get given their number and they get given like a map, and they have to mark their own map based on stuff. So the guys who have never done it before have to like pair up with other people so that they don't just end up going like miles in the wrong direction. It's nuts.
Sounds crazy.
Earplug. I told you this would happen. I told you you'd be watching me shove my earphones back in. But yeah.
That sounds crazy. Is that in America?
Yeah, it's entirely insane. And it's by some old guy who, invented it out in the bush somewhere. Oh God,
Sounds
we've frozen. Are you there?
Yeah.
You've frozen on my screen, so I don't know if that's going to impact the actual recording.
Am I back?
Well, I can still hear you now, but yeah.
Am I pulling a weird face? Like what kind of face?
You kind of cute blinky like this. It's actually you kind of could be leaning in for a kiss, actually.
Sharing my feelings all over the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the bedroom. Like, if I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it.
Anyway, I would never do the race myself, in the same way that I would never do the race with, that my brother does, but I find it super interesting.
Yeah, I'm not into the sports stuff, but the one I really want to watch is the Minimalists.
Yeah, that was a really big thing a little while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. I need to declutter. Like, just in general, I need to learn to let go of stuff.
Yeah. Because
I've got so much. And, like, even Jake and I living together, we're still 2 whole households combined. There's not a lot we've actually gotten rid of other than really big furniture.
Yeah.
But we've still got, like, the boxes of books and photo albums, and, like, I've got drawers and drawers of makeup from when I was doing makeup. And I just have to let it go. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Just let it go.
Actually, I was looking at my makeup today and thinking, geez, some of that would be super old.
That's the thing. Once it's like, most of it, if it's over 12 months old, you shouldn't be using it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking I'll just dump the whole lot, because my last year's winter foundation broke, like the squeezy trigger thingy at the top. So it's no good anyway. I've kind of been scooping out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
It hurts. It hurts.
Well, it's gross too. I guess I just have to get around to that it's gross.
Yeah, you've got to think about it. Bacteria build up and what are you going to pick up off your own makeup? It's like brushes, how they say you should wash your brushes pretty much every day. And most people, yeah.
Mine is disgusting. I actually noticed this just yesterday because I'm out of that water stuff. I was pretty good when I had it. My cellar, whatever that water stuff is.
Yeah.
It's basically spring water, I assume, with some stuff chucked in it. But yeah, it ran out, and I used to squirt it just on a paper towel or something every now and again, and at least give it a scrub around. Yeah. But yeah, this one might have gone too far now.
Might be time for a whole new brush.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's pretty gross. Pretty gross. Yes. So I've just gone back to applying everything with my hands at the moment.
Yeah, hands are better. Some makeup is made for hands over brushes.
Really?
So the heat from your fingers helps move it around, yeah.
Oh, check that out. Here's the hot tip. Well, I appreciate that. The reminder, chuck out my makeup brush, maybe chuck out all my makeup. But yeah, what else was there? There was something else in the minimalist theme that I saw the other day.
They've got a podcast, which I have subscribed to, but I haven't listened to because I feel like it's almost one you've got to listen to the beginning because the stuff they're up to talking about and getting rid of is like advanced minimalist.
Oh.
Like I need to just go back to like declutter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, you need to go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch that because, I don't know. I'm not ready. I will get rid of my shitty makeup and the brush, I promise. But other than that, I'm not ready.
Yeah, it's a big step. Once they start, like, I think it opens. I'm trying to remember the preview I saw for it. And it's like the guy's house has like 1 table and 3 chairs. Oh. Like, they're extreme, super extreme. And like they have 5 shirts and 3 pants kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's super next level. It's no way I could get to that.
I have 3 shirts and a pair of pants like sitting on my couch at the moment.
I mean, I might only wear 5 shirts in rotation for 6 months, but I want options.
I want them.
I want something different.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'll probably skip that one and just go back and watch the marathon thing again.
Go back to the marathon.
Yeah, just go back to this insane people. Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds like a plan.
I think that's a good list. I think I've got some ideas off you to go and watch stuff. I haven't seen Black Mirror before, but I have heard...
Oh my God, it's so good.
I have to add that to the list.
You'll also think I'm like the weirdest person ever because it's kind of fucked up too. It's fucked up and sometimes it's really challenging and it's... Yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, wow, that actually made me feel a bit sick in the guts.
Oh.
Sick in the guts is so gross. Sick
is it like gory?
No, it's just, yeah, it's confronting. In a lot of ways, it's confronting. So I was just like, yeah, the first episode we watched was super confronting. And a friend of mine had referred me to the show by saying, oh, you and Kel would love this. Kel's gonna like die for this show. It's like, and I was watching it thinking, what sort of fucked up human does she think we are? Like, what? I was like texting her going, fuck man, what is this? Like, shit. But yeah, it's, in some ways it's very confronting, but in terms of, you know, the way we operate on social media and communicate with people and all that sort of stuff, I do think that this kind of conversation is important to have.
Okay.
It's like the most confronting version of those conversations. So you might talk about, or like we've talked about it before, how we feel that influencers have changed and their role has changed. Well, this episode will take that conversation and amplify it by like 100,000 And
Okay.
all of a sudden, like, people are working out on treadmills to buy themselves golden tickets to, like, the big show and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's super, yeah. I loved it. But, yeah, be prepared to be uncomfortable sometimes. But sometimes I think, and the zookeeper's wife was a bit like that too, completely different ends of the spectrum. But, yeah, I think sometimes you have to be a little uncomfortable to be, like, enjoy something like that.
Okay, I'm adding it to the list. I need it to rain on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I have an excuse to like, get into it.
I'm going to an event on Saturday that I somehow have to coordinate getting photos, video, and possibly live streaming. So I said to Kelvin, oh my God, you're going to have to come with me. There's absolutely no way around it. I need someone else there that knows my cameras and knows my gear. So yeah, no rest for this girl.
No. Is that in Gympie?
No, I actually have to travel about an hour to get there too.
Added on.
Yeah, it's like...
annoying. Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, I love what I do. But
I just wish you could pick and choose it more. Like, I don't feel like it this weekend. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, like, guys, I'm a bit tired. Do you mind moving your whole event over for me? That would be handy. But yeah, can't get away with that. So it's happening. But that, I think, is an episode.
I think we did it.
Our first ever
video
episode. I don't know how to dance, so that was the best I have. I think it froze again. I saw you jump. Anyway, fingers crossed this whole video thing works out, because at least some of the way Samara's been frozen, and the rest of the way she like jumps little bits here and there. But anyway, we've got the audio, whatever happens, and yeah, thanks for being here, team. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
For today's show notes, you can visit our website, www.sugarandink.com. You can also send us in any questions or topics you would like us to cover at hello@sugarandink.com. You can connect with us on social media using @sugarcoated and @blondinkaus.